And today's been an interesting day. I ended up going and picking up one of the rams that was being studded out. And I took along my shepherd's crook, which if you go over to our Instagram, search for Farmer Brad LLC on Instagram. I posted a reel today showing me using a shepherd's crook. Well, what was interesting was, so the guy that I was picking the ram up from, him and I were trying to corral the ram into the barn. Well, it didn't like that too much, so it comes running and jumps in the air, and the other guy ended up backing up and got out of the way, and then the ram turned around in a part of the barn and was coming back and did the exact same thing. But this time I was prepared. I had my shepherd's crook and caught the ram in midair. It looked like the ram was like trying to do a parkour move of like just fly in the air. I was able to hook it and bring it to the ground, and man, he had a lot of feistiness in him today, and I was so glad that I had that shepherd's crook, because that really allowed me to be able to control the situation, have the upper hand, have the advantage, and keep everyone safe from his shenanigans. Now, when I dropped him off, he was very like low key and stuff, so maybe studying him out ended up putting some extra pep in his step. So then I went and drove him and dropped him off at another farm, and he'll be there for probably a month. So I look at studying out the ram as a win-win situation, especially during the wintertime, because I was able to make $50 studying them out one time, and then I'll make $50 the second time of studying them out, and pretty much the time frame of 2 to 3 months, that'll be one less sheep that I have to feed with hay. And right now we're getting into our lambing season. This morning, if you go over to our Instagram, I posted a picture. We end up having 2 more ram lambs. So we're up to 4 ram lambs that we've had this go around with the lambing season. And yeah, so I'll probably keep one of those back, and then have the other one sell it at auction, or sell it to a guy that wants it for lamb meat. So that's pretty exciting. And then my oldest daughter and I, we were working on a project building a gate for in our barn. And the main purpose with that gate is to be able to help us manage and control the sheep, sort of keep them from going down that hallway if we're transferring them from the barn stall over to the sheep nursery / milk parlor eventually. And so I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm thinking I might end up putting another gate further down, and then I could just use that hallway in the barn as a way of just sort of lining up the sheep. If I need to transport them, then I could just run them down the hallway and into the vehicle or the trailer. So that expansion of that hallway is a future project. But at least right now we're able to get it to where we can keep animals from going down that hallway and direct them straight into the other stall area of our barn if we need to. Now, I ended up putting the first ram lambs and mama out with the rest of the flock, because I was running out of hay and they're still slipping underneath the fence. So I think I really need to get that hot wire in the nursery area of the barn so that they can start respecting the electric fence and the wire. I'm also exploring avenue of trying to contact my neighbor to see if he would let me graze my sheep up on this hilltop. Pretty much prevent them from having to mow it. They usually mow it like once or twice a year. But when I look at that hill, I think that's a lot of vegetation that my sheep could benefit from. So, and with it being a hillside, the sheep can handle that, no problem. So I would probably just put two sheep netting up there with electric energizer, and then I would have Marshall go up there as well, in order to just keep an eye on everybody. But I would then bring them back down to the farm for night, with it being that close to the woods and stuff. So then after that, I headed over to do a drone inspection, and tried to do the inspection right in between rainstorms coming through. So less than ideal situation, but I think I got the shots that I needed to, and now I'm just waiting. Decided to kill some time, and I gotta go hop over to the store, but just wanted to see if anyone had any questions or updates they wanted to know about. If not, hope everyone has a wonderful day, Martin Luther King Day. Make sure if you get a chance to go to a Martin Luther King activity if you have the day off, and such. Until next time. Oh, I also got an update. I posted it on Instagram. So Instagram you want to go to if you want to see the pictures and all that stuff, because I don't really get a chance to upload the videos as much. But anyways, fiber has been ran to our house, and this will give us the ability to have 100 down and 100 up megabits speeds. Currently we get about 12 megabits down and then 1 megabit up, and so it takes probably like 4 to 5 hours to upload a decent size YouTube video. So increasing to 100 megabits up is going to be incredible. And then I also have plans to try to monetize the chicken area and the barnyard lot, and try to mimic Tim Pool's Chicken City with live cam streaming camera and the such, and then make it so that when people do super chats, it can drop some treats and stuff. But I think I'll go a different route. I'll make it so that there can only be a certain number of treats per day, and then after the treats have been done, then that money will go towards their feed. So it will be strictly chicken related. And then I'd also like to make a little miniature hay bale dispenser, so that the sheep and Buttercup can enjoy that, and then have that sort of kick out a little hay bale treat. Yeah, so really, well, and then I have to do a tweak with, I have to dig up part of the ground and re-glue conduit fitting that's under the ground. And then once I do that, then I'll be able to run Ethernet from the house to the barn. And then that will really help any dead spots that I have inside the barn, because I'll be able to have a Wi-Fi repeater inside the barn, and the signal will be as strong as it is in the house, because it will be directly with Ethernet. And so that will be able to give me a good signal inside the barn. And then I plan on adding, or probably at that point, then moving the Wi-Fi extender that I have on the house to the back of the barn. And then that will extend Wi-Fi all the way out to the high tunnel to give a really good signal, out there. So those are the updates right now. Just exciting to be able to get into lambing season. And we have 9 ewes that are expecting, and so far we've had so we actually have 8 more ewes that are expecting. We've had 4 lambs so far this lambing season, and so we could end up having quite a few lambs. Last year we had 10 lambs. I think I sold about 5 of them. And so yeah, pretty much the idea is most of the ram lambs we will end up selling for meat. We might get one processed for our family, see how it is. And then I'm still trying to crunch the numbers, but seeing about focusing on raising pasture poultry for 10 families and provide them with 50 whole birds for 2023. And but I mainly have to crunch the numbers, make sure that I can get the chickens, because I was checking the other day and it looks like baby chicks went from $2.50 to like $3 a baby chick. So I might need to switch over to a meat chicken that I can incubate to help offset those costs. But we'll see. Possibly the breast chicken would be a good candidate. But I'd also have to be able to source it. But yeah, we'll see. Send us a message on Facebook or leave a comment down below if you live in the Wayne County, Indiana area and would be interested in with us growing your family 50 whole chickens. I was thinking the other day that really, okay, so if you go to the grocery store and the shelves are empty, who do you look for to feed your family? Probably some local producers. Well, just imagine the local producers not being there. So how about instead of relying on the big box grocery stores for your food, you can start now by investing in your local food supply chain. Because ultimately, when the big chains fail, then that's going to be your network of how you would get your food. And if your network fails, then you got nothing to rely on. So if you make the choice to invest in local farms, so finding your local area where you can get beef, where you can get chicken, where you can get eggs, and so forth. And if you invest in those, keep those businesses thriving, then if the grocery stores are not able to keep up, then you'll at least be able to know where your local food options are. But if you don't invest in those, then those local options will turn up and close down. And then what do you do? That's my question for you. Think about it. Leave some comments down below if you have some thoughts about that. Take care and stay safe. Until next time. Bye.